What are the things that you think the government could do to help people like you that are actually building businesses that are thriving?
So, so the way I see tariffs are that you're never going to be able to tariff China out of the equation. 25% is simply not going to do it. It's still cheaper to buy many things from China than it is from the US. And that's okay. But here's what I would like. This is I've talked about this in the past with my business partners, and I think there's room for a program that uses the money from these tariffs to then reward entrepreneurial US manufacturers to further invest in their own processes. So, collectively, if I'm paying this, average tariff across all my products, and we throw the term 25% around, but it varies. In some cases 0, in some cases 25, in some cases less. If the government can use this money look, guys, I want to invest in injection molding. Let's come back on the same example. I want to invest in injection molding technology. I'm going to put together this business model that makes a case for why injection molding technology is valuable to me, the pricing and why it makes sense to bring it in-house and apply for a loan or some form of government-backed program that allows that tariff money to be put to use building U.S.
How hard is that to do today in terms of access to capital for capital improvements in a manufacturing space? Say you want to put in an injection molding line. How easy is it for you to go to a bank and get the money to do that?
So it depends on the individual company's banking, relationship with their financial institute. In our case, we would primarily use profit to invest in capital equipment. Is how we do it. We
But
don't
in
necessarily
China,
take loans.
the China, if you're a manufacturer, you can go to the Chinese bank and they'll just give you the money,
Yeah, which is what I would
right?
like to do.
but that you can't do that.
No.
Now, so you can't do
And
that.
that's what would be nice if somehow the money from the tariffs could be redirected back into doing exactly that.
So wait, it gets better because one of the other things, groups that I talk to are institutional investors, and I say, okay, do you have a program here, a retirement fund? Say, here in Pennsylvania, the Pennsylvania Employees Retirement Fund. Do you have a program in your retirement fund that says, hey, you're going to invest some of your money in businesses that are in your own communities? You know what they say? No, we don't have anything like that. But if you're in China, that Pennsylvania employment or employee fund is investing in those businesses in China because it's going to the People's Bank of China,
Right.
ostensibly to buy equities or bonds. That's
Right.
what happens.
Right.
But of course, that hard currency goes into the People's Bank of China, and then that money, a manufacturer like you can go to the bank and say, hey, I need money to expand my
Right.
line because I'm going to hire more people.
Right.
This is a challenge that we face. There's a terrible cycle of the loss of capital, innovation, technology, and talent, all of which we've talked about today. And it's basically robbing the economic vitality of our society. And it's being sent to China on behalf of this idea that as they grow economically prosperous, they'll become politically more liberal like us.
Right.
And of course, we know that's incorrect. The Chinese Communist Party is what it is. I think one of the things that the national security strategy is trying to endeavor to create in the United States is this virtuous cycle where capital, instead of flowing to China, innovation, technology, and talent, it's coming into here. And what we're talking about is that whether it be institutional investor money, whether it be university endowment money, whether it be, rather than spending $800 billion on defense, that some of that money gets recharacterized as infrastructure, manufacturing, science and technology investment, STEM education. And I think this is where the point that you're making about being able to invest in injection molding is one example of how having the ability to bring that capital back in the U.S. and make it available to entrepreneurs like yourself is an important component of our society that, quite frankly, went away after the end of the Cold War. It went away when the Berlin Wall fell, and increasingly has gone away ever since. And in particular, went away when China entered the WTO.